Hey everyone. I hope you're doing well. It is Thursday night already. How did that happen? I don't know. It certainly hasn't been 7 days since I've seen you, but I'm so glad to be here with you tonight. Welcome, welcome everyone. Please come in, get a seat up front, and let's do some stamp and chat tonight, okay? I hope you're all having a great week, and it's a great night for me. It's actually, well, let's see. I am going to work a little bit in the morning, but then I need to stop because I have lots of beautiful Stampin' Up! Things to do. And I have some lovely stampers coming for a class on Saturday morning. So I have a lot to do before then. So welcome everybody. Hi. Hello, Anna, Laura, Jean coming in. First thing, it's so nice to see all of you. And there's Kathy Walton. Hi. You only got 2 inches of snow. And some parts of Denver got 2 to 3 feet of snow. I saw Kathy. I have a friend who lives, I think, in Colorado Springs, and she posted on Facebook, and it was more like the 2 to 3 feet. So, hey, perfect stamping weather, right? So we always say, hello, Jill, and welcome. Hey, Trish, how's it going? Thank you for sharing, Jill. Well, I'm glad to catch some of you. Hello, Sarah. Glad to catch some of you tonight because lots of our Stampin' friends are in Houston as we speak, attending on stage. And of course, oh, I wish I was there. But you know what? It can't happen all the time. And this is just one of those years where it didn't happen. But I am sure I will hear all sorts of fun stuff. And in the meantime, we're going to have some fun of our own right here. So I welcome all of you. And as you're coming in, you're saying hello. You know the routine. But if you're new, please say hello and tell us where you're from if you'd like. And just join in the fun. My name is Lisa Harden. I am coming to you live from a beautiful Boise, Idaho today. From the Stamping Zoo. That is my business name. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. One of the things that means is that I sell all of the products I'll be using tonight. So if you love to paper craft, or if you don't even know if you like to paper craft yet, I have something for you. We have things for beginners up to people who craft every day, people who paper craft just like me every day. And so, anyway, welcome everyone. We are not sipping and snipping tonight, Jeanne, but don't worry, I have that in mind. The only reason we're not is because I have to do some sipping and snipping on my own. And I have about 4 classes I'm trying to get out by the 20th. And it's stamp camp this weekend. So I don't know who planned that. I think it was me. It's all fun, but a lot of yes, maybe next time. If Jan, it won't be scheduled for a Thursday night. It'll be scheduled for some other night because I get finished too late here, especially for East Coast. Not for Gian's and Lisa's, not for Pacific time and Mountain time, but I get to finish too late here for our East Coast friends. So yeah, we will definitely. I haven't forgotten about Sip and Snip. She'll be ready. Okay, good. I'm glad. I'm counting on you. Kathleen says it's share time, folks. Do you all know what that means? That means if you will please hit the share link. I think you copy the link if you're in YouTube. And if you're in Facebook, there's an arrow, of course, it says share. You hit that, share over to your own social media sites, and then you'll be sharing this with your friends. If you come back here and write shared in the comments, then I am going to include you in the drawing for next week, simply for doing that for me because I appreciate it so much. And tonight, we are going to be drawing for a couple of fun things. I'll show them to you right now. The Painted Posies. Okay, you can't see that, right? The Painted Posies 3D embossing folder. I'll show it to you when we point down. And some beautiful, I really liked these embellishments. They're not current, but they're called polished dots. And so that will be the prize for tonight. I'll be spinning the wheel sometime during our live. And if you shared last week and you haven't won in the 2 weeks prior to that, then you'll be in the drawing. Okay. So what's been going on with everybody? Oh, okay. As I'm looking, I realize I need to change out my Valentine's things. How'd that happen? It's the middle of March already. Okay, well, you know. Hello, Sue, and thank you for sharing. Sue, I'm going to write that down because um, I'm sure it's a Facebook or I'm sure it's a YouTube thing that until I have so many subscribers, it doesn't keep the comments. So I really don't like that. So here's how we can fix that. For one thing you could do for me is if you haven't already subscribed to me on YouTube, if you would do that, I would love it because you know how these things work, how these social media sites work. The more subscribers and viewers, the more the social media pays attention to us. So, yes, of course, Sue. I appreciate it. Appreciate you sharing. So, if you haven't already, you know, sometime tonight, you can pop on over to YouTube and it's still a Stamping Zoo, is what you're searching for. And if you would subscribe to me, I would appreciate it so much. I don't do, well, I usually don't do content exclusive to YouTube. So you can, but one nice thing about it is I have before, for some reason, the Facebook police have decided that I went against some rules. You know how it goes. And so they shut it off during the live. And the only way you could find me that night was over on YouTube. So it just fixes that. So if something goes wrong with one site, just know that if it's Thursday night at 7 and I haven't said otherwise, I will be on the other site. Okay. It's our Stamping Zoo insurance. So I'm so happy to be here with all of you guys tonight. I am doing well. Thank you for asking, or thank you for saying you hope I am. I am, Sherry, and I hope you are too. We are going to have some fun tonight with a new online exclusive called Happy Little Things. Look at that. I'm going to show you a few little tricks. This is a sentiment set, and it's pieces and parts. So you mix and match, and it's very, very fun. And then look at this. This is the cutest set of dies. It's teeny because there's just two little dies in here, but they're going to be so useful to you. Now, they are currently on, well, they're not on back order, but they're not available until they are expected back next week. So it's okay. And yes, Sue, I know you're in Chopped. I'm so excited. Oh, good. Thank you for letting me know. And I hope that you got your package. And you are along with two friends. You know what? I wondered if you guys knew each other because you're all in the same state. So I'm very excited to have you here. Okay, so anyway, this is called the Happy Little Things Dies. The item number is 163709. I think it's only $12.50. So as we're working through these projects, just keep that on your list, your shopping list. And you know, I will probably tell you next week once they're available because they're so handy for the Happy Little Things, but for a lot of other stamp sets. So once we use it, you will start seeing how fun and easy they are. And I think they're only $12.50. This is not a bundle per se. It is shown together, but I think the pricing is, you know, is so economical that it doesn't have 10% off. You're busted, Sarah. You brought friends. I love it. You are welcome, Lori. I'm glad you got your prize. Okay, everyone. So I have a beautiful card to show you. I want to show you right now. Again, the lighting will be better when I point it down, but isn't this beautiful? Kathleen sent this, and Kathleen, I think I got this yesterday. So anyway, it's so pretty. I love those blueberries, and she's used the Everyday Details dies, currently also unorderable, because we're all talking about them, right? Because they're so beautiful. And then she wrote me such a sweet note inside. Oh, that was so sweet. Really, Kathleen. I'm so glad we connected here. And can't wait to meet you in person sometime. Let's all plan, you know, some big party sometime, probably an on stage, and we will try to meet there. I know, Leslie, I didn't go to on stage right now or this year, but so anyway, yes, Jean, shoot. got right on it. And the Magnificent Magnolia, I think it's called Magnolia, yes, is back in stock, and so that was ahead of schedule. As is the Simply Zinnia back in stock. So um, let's get started here. I will tell you, I hope for the three newbies, right? I think there's three, maybe four newbies, but we had we had several people join Chop last month or this month, and I'm so excited. And so I can't wait for everybody to receive their envelope. Anna, um, hers went missing in action somewhere. And so Anna, you will be expecting another envelope like this. I maybe you got it already. I doubt it though. But anyway, it is coming to you. So that happens sometimes. And if for some reason you don't get your envelope, just let me know. Normally, these don't get sent with tracking because of the weight is, I don't have to send with the extra postage. And so, but this is what they look like. Well, obviously, with writing on them. And then your further instructions are inside. And actually, I am going to, let's see, those are due to me. A photo of your chopped submissions are due to me on the 24th. So whenever my live is after the 24th, must be like in 2 weeks, I am going to take the contents of the chopped and I'm going to make my own project. I haven't looked at them since I cut them. So I will have a little bit of a leg up on you guys because I will already have seen your submissions, but we're going to play along as if I haven't seen them before, right? And so we'll see what I come up with. Good job, Roz. Yes. Oh, your postman lost your Friday mail. It sounds like I'm not the best postman, but it happens, right? That could be, oh, what's his name? Newman from Seinfeld. Okay, everybody. So let's do a little chatting about what's new in the Stamping Zoo world, shall we? So here's my current host code at the top here. If you are placing orders with me at thestampingzoo.com and they are $150 or under $150, please use that host code. You just apply the code to your order. That helps me bring together free prizes and helps me offset the cost of classes so I can bring the very most to you for the cheapest price possible. That's always in my mind. So I appreciate you using that host code so much. Now, new for 2024, and we're already into March, right? Is my Zub Crafty Kit. This is a subscription kit that comes to your mailbox every month, unless you have honest postman. But you know, we're gonna show him some grace this time. And hello, Elaine, and hello, Joan. So this beautiful kit will be sent to you about the 20th of each month. I have designed the cards. I will not show you the cards, but they are so I love these cards. Okay. And I also will be using a couple of designs from our friend Suzanne Netz, Canadian independent demonstrator. She made a couple of really gorgeous cards. And so those will be in your kit as well. There's usually a project or two, and I always put some little surprise in there that I've made for you because it's fun. And I want you to know that I appreciate you. So, anyway, this is a monthly subscription, but just know that if you just want one particular kit, you can cancel right after you receive that month's kit. But I'm going to sweeten the deal for you. And after you have enjoyed the 6 consecutive months of the kit, I will send you a $25 goodie bag. And that's after every 6 months. I will send you a $25 goodie bag full of course, beautiful Stampin' Up! Supplies. Okay? Please keep that in mind if you would like to do some crafting from home and have a lot of the work done for you. Now, if you live outside of the US or you have all of the supplies you want, but you just need some stamping inspiration, you can receive the video and PDF tutorials for that class for only $15. And the links for these registrations and more are down in the descriptions of this video. And I thank you in advance for taking a look at them. Chopped, as we talked about, is back. Due date is the 24th. And as you are working through it, especially my lovely newbies, if you have questions, you can just email me or, well, just try to email me. Then I like to make it as safe as possible for me to receive your messages, right? So you go ahead and email me with any questions you have. I think my phone number's in there too. So you can call me either way. But I can't wait to see the submissions this month. It was kind of a it wasn't a total ringer of a kit, but there were a couple of things I threw in there that I was like, well, let's just see what they do with this. Super fun. Okay, I have a beautiful little Zinnia note card class. So you will receive our package of Kraft Note Cards and box. There's 20 note cards and envelopes in there, along with a gift box that I think holds about 10 of the cards once they're decorated. And so I will be giving you 10 designs in a color PDF tutorial. They will not have videos because they're going to go together so quickly that they don't need videos. You will need to have the Simply Zinnia bundle if you would like to design or make the cards as I've designed them. But if you don't care for the Simply Zinnia stamps and dies, don't worry because the products are still beautiful and you can mash up with anything in your stash and still have some beautiful note cards at the end, okay? It's only $15. And if you combine this with one of the other classes that's going out, then you don't have to pay shipping. So I think it's a good deal. So I'm really just charging, not even fully charging for the supplies, let's be honest. But I was really excited to just put together a little quick class. And so I hope you really take a look at that one if you'd like to learn more about my classes and maybe just dip your toe in there and see what I have to offer. Okay, now I have on the other end of the spectrum a mega class. 10 projects. I actually think there's going to be 11 projects. There's a little Prezi in there and color tutorial, video tutorials, all sorts of fun. And this class has been fully designed. And it's one of the things I'll be working on to hopefully get out in the mail soon. Okay. And so it's just beautiful product from the little latte suite. You'll get half a pack of the paper, a full pack of embellishments, a full pack of or a full bolt of the ribbon, twine. I don't know what you call it. It's not really ribbon, but um, the the embellishment. And let's see. Oh, and then you get, of course, supplies to make each project or card with envelopes. Oh gosh, I hope I have enough envelopes. Okay. Anyway, you're going to have envelopes. Don't you worry. So I can squeeze in a couple more people on this. And I do have the swirl dots to go in the kits because I kind of misread how many people had signed up. So I think I have two, maybe three extra, but that's it for now. And then we'll have to wait until the swirl dots come back in April to ship out the class again. So if you think you would like it and you haven't signed up for it yet, you can tell me in the comments or you can just go register. That's better. Just register with the link down below. And it's a fun one. I'll do a little sneak peek here when we come back to my desk. April Stamp Camp. So March Stamp Camp is this Saturday. It's full and it's going to be a really fun one. But don't worry because if you're in the Boise area or you would like to be, Saturday, April 13th is my next in-person stamp camp. We're going to be making 4 cards with beautiful current Stampin' Up! Product. Cost us $20 or better yet, free with a minimum $25 purchase. And so again, all these links are on my website or in the descriptions below. And finally, please save the date. It's going to be here before you know it. June 14th and 15th, we will have the 3rd annual Spring Fever Fest. It is held at a hotel close to my house. You can book a room there if you want to have, a little getaway. And Boise is a great place to come for a few days, and especially in June. It won't be searing hot. Let's hope it'll be like really nice. The hotel runs right along the Boise River, which has a beautiful walkway. and so much more to tell you about with all of that. So if you would like, you can again drop me a comment if you would like to know more about that event, but it will be coming up soon. I can't wait. Okay. Sue, the latte class is, oh, I thought it said, um, I believe the latte class is $45 shipped. I may, if you hit that registration link, it will tell you there, before you don't have to pay just to go into the link and take a look at it. But I believe it's 45 shipped. Okay. Thank you so much for asking. I can never get all of the information on these things. You don't want to listen to all that all night, right? Okay, let's come down to the crafty desk. Oh, I don't really want to show all of that. Well, you can just see a little bit of it, but these are the projects that are in the latte class. So first of all, I am going to switch my screens. There we go. Okay, and since the time changed, trying I am changing out my lighting a little bit. So let's hope it doesn't get too crazy. So yes, you're going to have all these fun projects to make, and I will be with you step by step to teach you how to put together the coffee pot and put together the French press. And then you're going to have some projects for gifts, etc. And I just think it's a beautiful class. It turned out, well, better than I thought it might, which is the goal of this, right? Is to surprise and delight you. And then this is just one example. I showed this last week too. Just one example of the little Zinnia note cards that you'll be making. So in this case, you will receive cardstock to make this Zinnia. You will receive, you're getting, I think, a quarter or more pack of this Zinnia paper. So you'll have that. I will die cut this for you and this for you because that's not included in the Zinnia dies. So again, I will not die cut this for you because that's in the Zinnia dies. I hope that helps to describe what I provide to you a little bit. But of course, always have I'm here for questions. Yes, it is fun. It doesn't just look fun, Lori. It is fun. I know, because guess what? I did the class already. Spoiler alert. I took the class and it's really fun. Trust me. All right. So again, we are going to work with happy little things and we are going to bring in a couple of other items, of course. But this is a really cool little stamp set. So as you can tell here, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 words where you have some variety in how you can stamp them. You can stamp them and color them like two-step stamping, or you can just stamp them and have the outline. You can do that on some designer series paper if you want. You can just stamp them without the outlines, or you can do both. And then there's all of these tiny little sentiments that, remember the dies I told you about? Let me start unpacking all these little beautiful little things. Where'd I put the dies? Where'd they go? Everything is stacked. I was packed. I was very organized when I did this last night. So I have some dies. They're called Nested Essentials. And that's what we're going to be using tonight, along with those other 2 little dies. One moment, please. Because what happened was I tried to get organized, and we'll find them as we unpack. We are also going to use the sketched plaid. This is in the annual catalog, and it is a keeper. It's so fun. So we're going to make our own paper. And here's the deal. We have some beautiful in colors that are going to be retiring when the new catalog comes to us. But I've got news for you. They will be gone before then. They will be the first thing that go when people start realizing that the catalog is going to retire soon. Yes, because that's what happens. And so I'm going to, as we work through these projects, I've loved these colors. And so I'm going to, in part, be giving you a heads up that you need to watch for these colors. And as you want any of the products in colors that will be retiring, it's best to order those sooner rather than later. Now, what have I done with the dies? I hope they're not in the living room. I mean, in the kitchen. They could be, but I don't think so. One more, let me take one more look. I know, right? She's she said she was organized, and then what happened? I've been working on lots of projects. Talk amongst yourselves. I'm gonna look for just 1 minute. You're okay. I'm scurrying around, and so the dog wanted to know what was going on. Big action. You're so sweet, Lori. My classes are fab. I appreciate that. Okay, well, we're going to just get started because I know they're around here somewhere because I laid them out for tonight. So here is the first card. This is actually a card you'll be making if you're coming to my stamp camp on Saturday. And we are going to switch up the color combo. So this one says, wishing a speedy recovery. And it's on blueberry bushel, so it's quite dark. But I think it makes a really cool kind of get well card. Fun colors, right? Blueberry bushel and parakeet party. That's one of the retiring colors. And then the other one we are going to make is, I don't know, I messed around and made, I guess you can call it a fun fold. We are going to make a card that looks like this. And we're going to capitalize on all, this is Tahitian Tide. And you and I are going to make one that is sweet sorbet. And so if you undo this, all of these things will be retiring. Then here's your little note in there, okay? And so I'm going to show you how to make this little flap. And I'm going to leave that untied because we'll be looking at it in a little while when we're making the card, right? Okay, so we are going to modify this card, which is Blueberry Bushel, slightly different. See here, we're going to use Starry Sky and Orchid Oasis, which I love. I love them so much. Okay, so what did I put in my kit here? Gosh, we're going to get to a point where we're going to need those dies or something. Or we're going to have to do a little, I don't know what. Okay, and so this is our base. It's 4¼ by 11 and scored at 5½. Casey said we should be buying reinkers all year. That way you won't be disappointed when Stampin' Up! Runs out or discontinues your favorite color. Hey, I can do you one better. You can be in my In Color Club, which I have every year now. And then you will receive all of the supplies in the new In Colors one at a time for 5 months. And then you get classes for free with that. And so that will be beginning in May. So please watch for information on that. And if you have any, oh, thank you so much, Gian. Gian says the Latte Mega Class is $40 plus priority shipping. It does come with a PDF and it also comes with video tutorials. And thank you for looking that up and asking. Could your dies be in the stamp case? You know what? I tried that. They're on a magnet card. They're on a magnet card, and I took these out too. And I put them all together in a beautiful magnet card. Oh, you guys, I know where they are. I told myself, don't put them in that drawer. And so I did. Because that's what we do, right? Okay, so we are going to use we're going to use the heart from the Radiating Stitches. It's so pretty. This is a great set. Also an online exclusive. So, absolutely okay, Deborah. I will never turn you down, Deborah, my friend. You're my favorite Deborah. You just go ahead and register for it, and don't add shipping to your latte class, okay? If it doesn't let you, send me a message, but it should be fine. Just don't add shipping to that because you've already paid shipping for the Zinnia class, okay? So one shipping is great. Okay, here we go. We're going to use this set of dies. So this is the Nested Essentials dies, and they are essentials. And then these are those two little dies that are super sweet. They have really cute detailing, and we are going to use them tonight. So you'll get to see what they look like die cut. But I'm just keeping them right there for now because I was afraid I was going to lose that little envelope. So what did I do? I put those in a secret drawer I never look in. And then this is kind of the remnants of the paper pack, but this is one other item that you might want to be adding to your next order sooner rather than later, right? It's some beautiful designs. I really like these designs this year. We actually have paper packs for every family group that we have, but these are the colors that will be retiring. So Sweet Sorbet, Starry Sky, Parakeet Party, Tahitian Tide, and I must have used a bunch. Yep, I used all the Orchid Oasis, but here are the pieces and parts. And I have a couple of tumblers in these. Oh, they're so pretty. In fact, I wonder if the tumblers are still available. I will have to get a couple of those. Love those tumblers. They're a great size. And I'm not somebody who buys 27 tumblers. So, okay, I feel better. Starry Sky. Then we are going to bring in, let me show you let's see here. We're going to bring in an Orchid Oasis layer. Okay, I'm all verklempt now because I lost the dies, but we're good. Cool it, Lisa. And then we are going to have, I have some pieces and parts here for die cutting and stamping and a card insert. Okay, and we could also use Orchid Oasis for the insert as well, but I'll probably go ahead and use white. It's still a little dark for stamping on, but we're going to have so much fun. I love these cards. Okay, so, we have two pieces of white. This is 3 3/4 by 5. Okay. And I'm going to bring in the Stamparatus for this because there's just some times when you still need the Stamparatus. Yes, it's retired, sadly. So if you didn't get one, you can sometimes, here are your options. You can sometimes find them being sold online. Please don't let people gouge you. And if you can't find one at a reasonable price, then just go over and buy the Misty, MSTI, and that one will work fine as well. Okay, now as you can see here, for this particular sentiment, I stamped in Parakeet Party, and then I did the outline stamping in Blueberry Bushel. Now that's pretty fun. I love this option. And so I am going to do the same thing because I want you to see how I set that up because I don't want you to be intimidated or think it's difficult. It's not. It's just a little extra step that you get to do. Okay, now for this, since we have left to right, top to bottom, we have the design. I am not going to use a magnet. What I'm going to do to hold this down is I'm going to use just a little bit of Seal, not Seal Plus. And I'm only going to use a little bit, like, let me show you. This much, okay? Because I want to be able to pick this up when I'm finished. So I have a little marker here with my red pen, and this is just what we're going to do in class on Saturday. And then I am going to ink this up. Actually, I need to clean it because it had Blueberry Bushel on it. And let's see, I think I'm going to be using I'm going to be using Starry Sky, which is darker anyway, so we're not going to worry about cleaning it up that much. So let's bring in that beautiful Starry Sky. It's a good one. If I can find it. It's not lost, I promise. Jan, you're a visual person? Me too. I like a visual. That's why I usually have a visual for all of my classes, because I like a little visual, right? I like to have something, some picture to remind me of what I'm looking for. Okay, that's been inked up, probably more than I needed to, but we are going to try and get a good impression. And then no magnet on this, right? Because I need to stamp the entire image. And then I need my pressure tool. Considering what happened was I was way too organized, and I'm used to looking around for everything, and everything's just in its place, and it's kind of driving me bonkers. Like, I'm sure I looked at the pressure tool. It's right here. We do not sell the pressure tool, but I was able to find this on Etsy, and some people just use what's that? What's that? Not ice hockey, but table hockey or whatever. Anyway, okay. I digress. So then I'm going to take that off, and the way I got off, did you notice I just kind of twisted it? And then we have this beautiful plaid. And yeah, I see that there, but really that can be in the corner where I'm going to use the sentiment. But it's here because I could have come right back in and put it down. Okay, so that needs to be set off to the side. Hello, Alicia, and hello, Kathy Strang. Air hockey. What did I say? Table hockey? I don't even know. Oh my gosh. Okay, I took a nap before this, which is not uncommon. I'm feeling like I'm still in, in that, in the sleeping part. Okay, so Alicia, we're going to be creating this card at Stamp Camp on Saturday. So you are going to get a heads up. We're creating it in different colors though, but you will know the process. And this guy, oh my gosh, I just saw on the edge of that ink pad, it was, there was extra ink. And guess who's wearing it now? Well, it's a good thing it's a nice dark color. Oh gosh. That's why we stamp and chat live. You never know what's going to go on. Okay, and so then here's our inspo card, our inspiration card, right? Now I'm going to bring in, a second Stamparatus, because you can never have enough. And I'm just going to go ahead and use this. No, actually, I'm going to stamp this on the Orchid Oasis, which is a slightly lighter version of Starry Sky. Still just as beautiful. Now we can use the magnet. And actually, I am going to start out by stamping the outline. I think it's just preference, because once you have this thing set up, then it doesn't matter which one you stamp first. Again, I'm going to go into this really messy Starry Sky. Makes me rethink using Blueberry Bushel for 7 stampers on Saturday, but we're going to go for it. Let me double check. Okay, I like the placement. And so we're just going to come in and see what we get. Isn't that pretty? Wishing. Okay, and then the way you can set up the Stamparatus is you can have the words on the other side, and I've already preset that. I'm going to go ahead and just put this down. I don't care. It's on the glass mat. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to really intensify that Orchid Oasis color by stamping this one. Yeah, did somebody say they're late? No, don't be sorry. You're never late. We're just stamping, chatting, Kathy. I'm just glad you're here. Okay, and then let's bring this in. I hope nothing has changed. And let me give it a little smush and see what we end up with. Oh, that's pretty. It's very dark. I think it'll lighten up a little bit. I'm going to go with that. The S is slightly off, but you know what this ends up looking like is it looks like silk screening, and I really kind of like it. So you could actually do that on purpose with all of the letters. I might do that next time. Yes. Okay, so oh yes, Jean. Yeah, Jean's blaming it on the time change. I should blame my kooky brain on the time change tonight. I think that's it. Oh gosh, I know that it's gonna be beautiful. Well, it's supposed to be beautiful here this weekend, and I'm really looking forward to that. I need to get out in my yard and see what's what. You know, most of us do that at this time of year, except for Leslie. She just knows fall's coming in her world. And so let me put that guy down. I think we're done with it for now. I don't know. The way this is going, you never know. Okay, so I'm going to take the second smallest, this shape of this shape, whatever it is. It's a cool shape. And I'm just going to, whoops, I'm going to tape this in place because I don't want to have to redo it after I have just spent all this time making it pretty. And so it's very easy to kind of center this between the two flat spots here, right? And then the H is the middle, exactly the middle. And so you can just put those points over the middle of the H, and then you've got it. It's as easy as that. I like it. Okay, let's go ahead and run this through. And so I'm off camera doing this, but if you have questions about die cutting, put them in the comments, and I will contact you directly. And I'm always happy to FaceTime too. If you have particular machine questions and you're not quite sure, or if something seems like it's going wrong, and so this is how it's going to end up. So this is how it's starting to look. I'm liking it. Did I get through the center of that? Maybe I had some extras. Let me see. That would be super smart. That was super smart. Good job, Lisa. So then you can still use this layer and nobody knows that you've done a little stamping on the other side. Okay, so that's how the card is shaping up so far. We're not going to adhere that though, because we're going to use some of this beautiful baker's twine. Again, it is an in color product, 159195. I think right now the only re-inker I saw that wasn't available right now was for Sweet Sorbet, and it did have an estimated date of coming back. So you can still shop these 22 to 24 in color products, and you should have good luck with finding mostly everything. So this ink on my fingers is really worrying me with all this white. If I was just working on a starlight card, it wouldn't matter, but the next card is really light too. So, well, good job, Jan. I'm so excited to have you in those classes. You're so fun. We're going to do Jan named the new event we're going to have, which is called Stamp and Sip. Yeah, or Sip and Stamp, whichever you want to do. But that's just going to be a get together that we do on Zoom. And I will, as soon as I get all the classes out to you lovelies, then we're going to do that. And it'll be so fun. So it'll probably be in a week to 10 days, but just follow the Stamping Zoo and you will know. And it's just a free event where we're going to get together and guess what? Stamp and sip. All right. Deanne's coming to class. Deborah's coming to class. And you can wear your pajamas to these classes if you want. Yep. Super fun. You can even wear your pajamas to the classes that I have at the house if you want. I don't care. We're easy here. So wishing a speedy recovery. I am going to use, I feel like this isn't spare, but I'm going to use some scrap white. Let me find an ugly cut up piece of basic white somewhere. Like it's not too difficult. Found it. Okay, and we are going to, I'm making 2 Speedy Recovery cards because let's be honest, I feel like I'm needing those these days. And let's use Orchid Oasis for this little part. Now this I don't put on the Stamparatus. That would actually be, to me, um, less convenient. And it's so small. Well, this one says the little things, but we are going to find the other sentiment. Bless her heart, as my grandma would say. Bless her heart. Talking about me. Hello, Anna. Woohoo! Yes, it's giving me a stamp and a sip. A speedy recovery. Wow, that's so cute. So little and so detailed, isn't it? Oh, yeah. Okay. So then I just want, let's hope it goes okay. I just want this to come over here. And like I said, these are small but mighty. They will go with this stamp set, but with a lot of stamp sets. And the next card that I'll show you some other time with these dies is based on a Stampin' Up! Design where they just die cut little die cuts of different designer series paper with these dies and then put the sentiment on top of it. And it was cute as a button. So cute. That means really cute. Okay. A speedy recovery. And then look at these. I mean, I don't even know how do they make this so tiny, but it's got some details on the ends. Those, oh, those hands, those starlight hands. Oh, yes. This is going to be so pretty. Okay. I need to retrieve this. I need all the help I can get. Thank goodness for magnet sheets, right? Yes, Raj, you'll have to join too. Stamp and sip. And, okay, where's that? Baker's twine. We can either use, I'll let you guys decide this. We can either use the orchid or the starry sky. So you tell me because I have both. I have plenty of both. And the orchid is the lighter color and the starry sky is the darker. And there's no wrong answer. So you can tell me what you would like to see. Hello, Dawn. It's okay if you're late. You've missed me misplacing things that were essentially right in front of my face. And so we continue, right? I'm sure there's a beginning to this somewhere. And so while you guys are telling me, Sarah says orchid, KZ says starry sky. Okay, here we go. I may not need to unravel this, right? But sometimes I just start cutting into it if I can't find it. I think I have found it though. Buried. Nope, that's not it. Come on, silly. Oh, here we go. Okay, there it is. Starry sky. 3 for starry sky. No, only 2. Sorry, can't count. All right, well, you guys are deciding that. I'm going to come into the inside, and there's this tiny little stamp. So it is sentiments, but there's, you know how Stampin' Up! Is. They always give us like some little element, and they gave us these little sparkly, images. I guess I'd call them little marquee diamonds. So let's see. Again, I already had them on a stamp. That's what's tripping me up. Usually I'm not this organized. Okay, starry sky it is. We shall do it, friends. So in that case, I'll stamp inside with Orchid Oasis. And it's always nice to have, I guess, it's always nice to have a little something inside the card, even if it's not a showstopper, right? And then let's come down here. Boop. So we'll have a little bit of that design in there. I always like having a little design inside, sometimes on the back, because, it's one way that we can kind of show off our paper crafting because cards at the store don't look like that. They don't look like this in a lot of different ways, but they usually don't have anything on the inside of them. So then this is going to go in here. And it's 3 3/4 by 5. That's my normal card insert. And I do, and if you've taken a class with me, you know this, I rarely don't give card inserts because I like them. The little note cards don't have card inserts for this particular class because once you do a card insert, frankly, it takes away a lot of the writing space and something that's already kind of small. So those don't have inserts, but otherwise, my cards usually have inserts because I just see it as another opportunity to have fun with our stamping. And then this guy is I'm just going to attach it onto this same shape down at the bottom. I liked how I was able to connect it without putting it up on its own dimensionals. But I think the mini dimensionals would work great. Hello, Carla. Oh, I love these colors too. I'm a little, you know how it goes this time of year. I always get a little worried. Am I going to like the new friends? Yes, I'm going to like the new friends just as much as the old friends. I'm talking about the in colors. And I have seen a picture on a, yes, Corinne, I've seen a picture. I don't know their names, but I have seen our quote unquote new friends, our new in colors, and they're gorgeous. They are. They're very pretty. Okay, at this stage, I'm going to take the Starry Sky and I am going to wrap it around a couple of times on this white layer. And then I need to bring in, I need a little bit more. So I'm going to pull it. Okay. And then it's pretty easy to do that before you have it all tied. And then I need my handy third hand, my reverse tweezers, sorry. And let's tie a bow on this side. And now that I've made one of these, I know basically where it's going to go. But you can still move it around because we're not going to hold this paper twine down with any adhesive or anything. And then let's just make, you know what, I'm going to turn it this way and try to get this bow the opposite way. And I feel like in my world, yep, that's how I have to do it. Okay. Oh yeah, this is going to be fun. Okay, snips. Can't misplace the snips. There would be trouble. That's why they have a little charm on them, so I can hear them mostly. Okay, this is going to be pretty. Actually, we will go ahead and put this onto our base layer. This is going to be on dimensionals. Because of that little bit of baker's twine, I want the first and the second layers to lay flat. And so I can't believe you asked that, Corinne. We're all excited. Come on. You know that. Jean and Roz and I were kicking it around this morning already on separate conversations. But yes, the topic came up, let's just say. And I'm just excited to do the In Color or the In Color Club again. It's a club that anyone can join. It's not like the Mickey Mouse Club. You do not have to sing or wear any special outfits. It's a class. It's a club kit that comes to you 5 months in a row. By the end of the 5 months, you know all about the in colors. So it's a pretty fun time. Okay, now this looks kind of ugly on the back, but guess what? Nobody else will know. It's our little secret. You and me, friends. Alrighty. Then I'm going to take our other secret. I'm going to hide it, right? So we just need to I just need to place this straight. Boy, that's gonna be a killer tonight. Okay. Not bad. And I had some oh, I was like, "What's sticking?" Yes. Okay, I think I'm gonna use a mixture here. Gonna use a mixture of adhesives. Since I have all those layers on there, I'm gonna use a little bit of liquid and put this onto the front of our card. You could also, if you preferred, run your twine around the spine of the card. Oh, what? Laura, you saw a video with the colors and their names? It must have been someone attending, yes? Because I saw somebody's video, well, it was just a snapshot of them attending, and I saw the colors, and I smiled. I was happy. So, and then this little guy that we've made, right? Super fun. Now, if I used a color, I know you can't see the outline of this one so much because the colors are really close in intensity. But if I use like a really light color, like this Parakeet Party, and paired it with a darker color, that's how you get, all of that. Um, I guess that's how you notice it more. So, oh, somebody posted a card with 3 of the new in colors. They're so fast. I think there's an after hours event right now, and I think it featured the in colors. So very fun. We will get them soon. Do you know if you're a demonstrator, you get to order these things about a month early. They do not open the entire annual catalog to us to order from, but they let us order usually all of the in color products or a lot of them, and then a big selection of what's coming new. They don't let us order the entire catalog because that's a huge offering of thousands of products. But they let us order a lot of them. So if you are thinking that that sounds good to you, here's the deal. You can place an order tonight or anytime. And for $99, you can get $125 in product plus free shipping. Plus, I think a free past paper pumpkin kit. And when you join the Stamping Zoo, if you live in the United States, I would love to have you on my team. First of all, my team welcomes everybody. And we have a meeting once a month, and you can join either via Zoom or in person. And I offer training, and you get all of my PDFs and videos for free. So any class that I am working on online, you get all of the video materials for free as a little thank you from me, as well as, well, yeah, the videos and the PDFs. So it's very nice to have that, to offer that to my team. Okay, here's our card. What do you think? And of course, which do you like? Who wore it best? Parakeet Party or Orchid Oasis and Starry Sky? I'm gonna change the set here, and you guys can tell me which you think, who wore it best. And of course, these little dots are beautiful. And I recommend, if you love the in colors and you want to keep working with them, then put this on your order as well. It's 2 rows of the 5 different colors, and they have a beautiful, not really an iridescence, but they're definitely glossy. And they're what you want for the in colors, okay? All right, you guys can tell me. Alicia says parakeet. Jen 10656. Hello. You say Orchid Oasis. Oh, and Sue Baby says parakeet party. Go Seahawks. This is kind of a Seahawks card, isn't it? I can tell you. That was an absolute accident. Not because I don't care for the Seahawks, but because I know zero about professional sports. So it was an accident, but it was happy accident, right? What's the stamp set called? Happy little things. Oh, see how that worked out? It was a happy little accident. Okay, let's see. I need this guy needs to go away too. Lisa, are you allowed to say here who shared the video with the new colors? Sure. But you know what? Not right now. Only because I need to keep your attention. I'll be honest. You can see that. You're gonna see so much of that. We're all gonna see so much of that. But, if you hold it until the end, Laura, I will love it. Oh, okay. It's Ginny Mason. Hi, Ginny. I didn't know your YouTube handle. It's very nice to see you. Okay. It looks like what? We have a 2 orchid and 2 parakeet party. I love it. Okay. So that's super fun. I like these cards. And now you know what? I think what I started to say in the beginning was I need cards that say wishing a speedy recovery because, me and my friends, that's our age. And so we're getting into the speedy recovery situation. And so I need to have some cards on hand. And I'd rather send them that than a sympathy card, right? Okay, so let's do a little drawing, shall we? And then we're going to make um, this second card, but we're going to make it in a sweet sorbet version. Okay, everyone. Oh gosh, and we will have seen all 5 colors tonight. All right, let's see. Where is our beautiful spin that wheel? Uh, Share screen. You're out there somewhere because I put it together. So many of you were so kind to share last week's video. 17. I love it. But it could be 34 and I'd still be really happy, okay? So if you, again, if you are enjoying this video, I appreciate it so much. If you will share it to YouTube or Facebook, and then if you come back and write shared in the comments, you too will be in the drawing for next week. Here we go, friends. I don't call it ahead of time anymore because the wheel has tricked me before. Well, there we go. It's going out to Jan. Good job, Jan. And I don't know if you were on when just 1 minute. I need to rearrange something here. I need to take a snapshot. I like to take a snapshot because it's fun. It makes it fun to share this. Okay, so congrats, Gian. Good job. And I'm so glad that you won the prizes. Yay. So you're going to get an embossing folder and some polished dots. Let me get rid of this. There we go. Okay, so they are, the dots are retired, but they're still, the colors aren't retired. I think it might be Calypso Coral, but it also could be really anything because you can color the clear ones. And so these are polished dots. And then you also won the Painted Posies. Wow, this is neat. It's a 3D folder. It looks kind of like watercolor, and it is in the current annual catalog. So if either of you or anybody's looking for those for this product, you can still purchase this. Okay. Congrats, Deanne. I'm going to send this out to you soon. And last week, Pam won the Everyday Details dies. So courtesy of Cindy Howard. So that was really fun. And you don't have it. Well, look, perfect. There we go. Okay, on to our next card, Sweet Sorbet card. And I have a little technique trick I'm going to show you there. So this, I don't know if you would call it a fun fold, but I'm sure I've seen it somewhere, but then I just made it up. I didn't look it up tonight. So I don't have anyone to attribute this to, okay? It is an awesome prize. They're fun little prizes. So we are going to use each of the 4 patterns, just like we did with the Tahitian Tide. And this is basically what I did. I took oh, the other thing about this is don't worry about writing down these measurements. You know what? I'm not going to go through all these measurements because frankly, when I'm watching a video as a viewer, I don't like listening to all that. And so don't worry about it because I'm going to give this to you as a printable next week. You can find it on my email. So what you need to do if you haven't already is go over to thestampingzoo.com. I will actually just show you. If you haven't already been over to thestampingzoo.com, then let me take you there. And I will show you what I'm always talking about when I say the purple pop-up box, right? Because that just sounds goofy, but it's really a thing. Okay, I'm going to share my screen again just for one moment. And let's go head on over. So there's the host code that we talked about. Okay. And then down below, you have all sorts of little things here. And let's see. Okay. Yes. Is that showing off? Okay. Very good. All right. I don't know if it's going to ask me, but let's assume I had just come here and I hadn't logged in before. Right here, I guess just in the center, a purple pop-up box will ask you if you want to get the news or something like that. All you have to do is just sign up with your email and your name, and then you can get the free printables along with all of the news about the Stamping Zoo events, all of the links, because sometimes I can't post links depending on what I'm providing. There are different Stampin' Up! Procedures that I need to follow. And so sometimes I can't share a certain link on YouTube or on Facebook, but I can share it always in my email. Okay. So if you will go and sign up, that would be great. That's another way to follow me. Should any of these social media sites go willy nilly on us, okay, always know that you'll get an email. And again, in return, I send you printables every now and then. And I'm going to do that for this card because there's a few little tricks, a few little measurements, and I just want you to focus on the card right now, right? So, okay, so now we have a couple of beautiful printed papers here, and you end up using almost all of the paper. There's just a little piece left over, which is kind of nice to not have a bunch of overage. And I made up this sentiment: love the little things. I think that's good advice, and I can envision giving this a card to a friend after I'd had a great day with them, or after, in the olden days, and hopefully in the future, after I go on a great bike ride with my friends, then if I'm thinking about it, I'm going to stop and send them a card. And that's the little things, right? And there is a saying out there, and I don't know who said it, but life is just made up of a bunch of little things. And the little things aren't little things. You know all the sayings. So here we go with our Love the Little Things card. I am going to take the hearts, kind of an overt nod to the sentiment, and I'm going to start by putting that on the inside. And we're just going to have a little room to write, and that's okay. I think it's good to have varying measurements of cards. Oh, shoot. No, we're not going to put this in. Hold it. Let me back up one step. I'm going to show you one thing. This is a little banner with a tab that I made to be kind of the fun fold component of this card. See, so it gets slipped in behind the DSP and between the DSP and the card base. So it's this die. It's the largest banner die, again, from the Nested Essentials. And what I did was I have a piece of basic white, okay, that is the length of it, and that has a piece folded over. And again, I'll give you the measurements to this in my email. What you want to do is you want to, like normally we would cut it like this, right? So the die is completely on the paper. Now I want you to cut it so that this part is off of the paper. That means that it will cut everywhere except for there, okay? And in that way, we're going to make this little tab to hide this thing and make it into the functional front of the card. So this is going to be like that, and it's going to run through the die cut just like that. All right, and you make sure you've got that little tab, and the little tab stays underneath the die cut just as you have placed it. And so then when you take it off of the cardstock, okay, and let's get that off there. It doesn't cut up here, right? Because the paper was not there. And this is what it looks like on the back. And so you get a die cut with a funky edge. Okay? And so we want the funky edge because the funky edge is going to go underneath this paper. I've already put seal on this, right? And so I'm just kind of, it doesn't have to be in the middle. It will close no matter where you put it. But I just put it right there. And then I can come in here, add a tiny bit more seal to the back of that. And now I'm going to bring this, and I'm not so worried about centering this. What I want to do is bring this tab so that it's kind of on the edge of the paper. I think you can see, yes, you can see that. So I am kind of centering it, but I want it to come out a little more because in the end, it's not going to matter because we're going to put a little strip over here to write. And so it doesn't matter if it's centered. Okay, and then that way, that's how we're starting to form the opening and closing of this card. Okay, and I wanted to switch all of the patterns. So that one has stripes. So we will use the dots on the front. I'm very partial to the polka dots. I just am. And when I'm laying this piece down, I'm going to look to this piece of DSP that's down in there, and I'm going to just try to match it up, top and bottom margins. Ooh, see? Stamp It Up puts this all together for us. We don't have to worry about any special color combinations or color codes or anybody to help us with that because they've already got it down. All right, let's see how much of this is beautiful ribbon. Again, products that you're going to want to put on your list. It's called, I think it's trim. Just 1 minute. It's called Metallic Woven Ribbon. Okay, and it's, again, it's in all of the 5 in colors. My sweet sorbet went walkabout. It's so pretty. I've really, really liked this stuff. I've used countless bolts of this stuff. And I'm sure whatever they bring us next, I will think, oh my gosh, how did I live without this, right? But for now, this is really special. I like this stuff a lot. Don't ask me how I got a pin in there, but I did. And so I think you need a little bit of this trim, but you need about like, what's 13 plus 7? 20? You need about 20 inches of this trim. 13 plus 7. What is that? God help her. Where's my grandma? Bless her heart. Again, she'd be like, bless her heart. That girl, she's an accountant, but she can't add at nighttime. Okay. Oh, we also need, now we need this, right? And let's see, the back of this is those straight lines, those dash marks. So I'm going to use this really wild, almost like water painted stripe. And that's going to be the back. And then we're going to do this little trick that looks like just a decorative element, but it's going to hide our ribbon. Okay. Now this, you can go ahead and center ish. Again, I think this is kind of a forgiving little pattern we're making here. And then I kind of sized it up. This is what I did. I just said, okay, I'm going to want my bow here at the little point, the inside point of the banner. And so if I come back here, this is kind of where I want it. Okay, it's just as easy as running a strip of seal and then taking this silly thing. And I find that I want longer ribbon on one side or another. So I don't make it even. Okay, and you can measure this if you want to, but I don't really think you have to. because you're going to come in here and now we're going to hide the ribbon with another pattern. So this is how this one looks. And I think it looks kind of fun, right? But the ribbon's under there. So people can, when they untie it, the ribbon's not going to go flying off. Okay. And again, these patterns all mix and match. You don't have to worry about which pattern you have left because they all match. Okay, and then that's where we'll tie it. Okay, and then this remaining flap, this is actually the flap left when you cut the fun fold. So it's the right measurements because it's from the very same card. And again, let's bring in that little image, that little marquee image that we have from the stamp set. Again, happy little things. And you cannot find it in a catalog because it's an online exclusive. But it's super easy to find because you don't have to remember where your catalog is if you're anything like me. And you don't have to remember what page number because it's just online. Okay. And at the very end of this, in a few minutes here, I will show you how to find all of the beautiful online exclusives. So let's come in here and do a little bloop. It really helps if you make that sound. Case in point. Bloop. Okay. And bloop. Perfect. Super cute. I'm not going to put a sentiment on the inside because it's going to be on the outside. And also because there's not a lot of room. Okay, if I can get this down without Starry Sky on it, I will feel like such a rock star. Now this is going to run top to bottom. Okay, so again, this was why it didn't really matter where the DSP landed on this edge. The other thing is there's a fold right here. Don't put this piece over the fold. Just put it to the other side of the fold. That helps the card fold flat. So give it just a tiny bit of room. I mean, it's not even a 1/16 of an inch. You want to be able to see your score line. And that means you're on the other side of it. And then that works. Okay, then everything folds down flat like it should. That's where you write. It almost looks like two separate pieces of paper, doesn't it? But this is why it's easy, I think. This was a little trick. And then finally, I'm not going to use the outline. And so I'm not going to use the Stamparatus. And you'll see it's just as beautiful. Okay. Boy, Sweet Sorbet. I hope we're going to have another red-ish color. I don't remember seeing one. I don't remember whether or not I saw one, but I hope so because I've really come to rely on Sweet Sorbet. It's so handy. Whoa, that's love. Now that's love. Okay, and then finally, I'm going to bring in this. We're going to change it up. I didn't put the other one on a banner. Don't ask me why, but it's going to say the little things. And so we will stamp that there. This print, this little typed font or whatever. It's so adorable, isn't it? Now look at that. It's the little things, isn't it? I didn't even plan that, but it's the little things, my friends. Okay, and then we'll use the other one so you can see this has stitching and it also has a banner pattern, right? So it's a little bit longer than the other one. Let me make sure this is going to fit on here. Oh yeah, it will. Okay, again, the little things. Jean, let me help you. Jean says, don't help me. I can find it by myself and I don't like it. Jean, I love you. It's the little things, Jean. It's the little things, my friend. Okay. And then we have this. Okay, and so you can see then this one has stitching on the banner ends. Nice, sharp little sentiment. So cute. Oh, you know what? Let's see. It's kind of hard to see on red, but let's stamp it on red. Why not? We can take a couple seconds and do that and see which we prefer. I think I'm going to prefer this. That's good. You guys probably can't see that, but there it is. Okay. All right. Let's do this. I just have to kind of center it. I'm not even really being that picky about it. Kathleen says she's in the same boat as you are, Jean. And guess what? I'm in the same boat as you. You know, I do my own research in the form of watching my favorite demonstrators. And then I go, well, great. Now I want that. The one that is next on my list is called Encircled in Nature. Have you guys seen that? Ugh. And I wanted it when I first saw it, but then I've seen people use it, and now I'm like, Lord help me. So it's going to be Love the Little Things. And you can see it, obviously, when you're here with me, you can see it up front. And I know it doesn't come out quite as well with my high-tech lighting. I do the best I can. We're on a sinking ship, man. But you know what? We're together. Yes. Jean was on that. When she saw that the Magnolias bundle was available, she was on it, Jean. No disrespect. Like stink on a monkey. You didn't have to tell her. She told me. Okay, it's so cute. Look at that. All right. And so then this is, I'm going to put it on dimensionals over our ribbon just for a little extra, you know. Jish. I never think to add banners. Well, this kind of a little stamp set and die set is going to help you with that because it just kind of lends itself so easily. Because here I am. Let me help you. Okay. And while we are talking about on stage and stuff, if you have ordered with me before or currently ordering with me or attending classes, I will have you on a list to send out an annual catalog to you. I may reach out to you if I think you're a demonstrator and to ask you if you would like one. I do pay for those, but I'm happy to pay for them, okay? And I want you all to have a catalog. So if you haven't ordered from me before, because this is the annual catalog, I probably will have an upfront minimal charge. It's been $10 in the past, and I think it'll just be $10 now. But here's the deal. You get $10 off of your first purchase with me. So, and you have a couple of months to do that. All right. So there is a cost because there's an upfront cost of my shipping, and I can't, as much as I would love to, I can't just ship catalogs out to the world, right? But if you would like to say, yes, I will pay $10 for the shipping of that catalog, then I will give it back to you on your first order. So, okay, and then I'm bringing my reverse tweezers again in. You can find the reverse tweezers in the Embossing Essentials Kit, I believe it's called. And it is essential. And there's a few really great tools in there, the tweezers being one. And this stuff is a little slick. So I usually like get it in place. And then I really have to give it a little tug. Okay, and then, but the nice thing is you can even it up really easily and it doesn't twist and wrap around on itself like baker's twine sometimes does. And finally, of course, we're going to bring in those beautiful dots that I just told you need to have. You need them. You need the dots. 22 to 24 in color pearls. Excuse me. Kathleen, that is true for some things. And I am not aware of the specific pricing, but I do know that it looked like some of our basic supplies, cardstock, maybe envelopes too, they will be going up in price. As soon as I know that information and can disseminate it, guess where you're going to find it? In my email. I'm beating that dead horse, but that's where you get information like that is that's why I like to have you in the know, okay? So, again, here's what it looks like when it's all opened up. Oh, I forgot one little thing. I forgot my radiating stitches heart. You can't forget that because it just went perfectly, didn't it? And so this is another online exclusive that's a great set to have. You've seen me use it a lot before. So, oh gosh, can I get this on there? No, that's what I had this out for in the first place. That's okay. Guess what? I have more. I have a little bit more. Like here. I think we can find a little piece. And we will drive home that love sentiment. Well, we got to have our beautiful little heart. Oh, right. Yay. It's so sweet. So it's got the beautiful stitching on it. And I know I already put my embellishments down, but since I just put them down, it's really not a big deal to pull them back up. And I'm going to put one over here. That's kind of odd looking, but we're going to put it there for now. And I'm going to put a little glue on this. Don't put glue on the outer edge of it because there's stitches dyed into it or cut into it, right? So you don't want to put the adhesive over that because it will squish out like frosting. And then, so of course I will say, hey, look up here. And there we go. All is right with the world now. We've got some love the little things cards. But of course, if you don't want love the little things, you can do a million things. Yes. Look at all these different images or different sentiments you can piece together. Okay. A peaceful season, a speedy recovery, the best day ever, the little things, happiness, comfort, and strength. You are incredible and you did it. Those are going to come in handy. Definitely in handy. Come in handy. And where's my other card? I'm sure I threw it on the ground or something. Well, that's all right. Just look at these and enjoy them, right? There we go. Whoops. Nope, that's not going to work. It's not strong enough. There we go. We've got two cute cards. They're cute together, aren't they? I love Tahitian Tide and Sweet Sorbet. They remind me of that popsicle that's three different colors, red, white, and blue. Oh gosh, so fun. Okay, so let's take a moment here and go back over to, in case you want to shop or just peruse, looking online is it's like window shopping at this point, right? You're just window shopping. Nothing to panic about. And so we're going to grab that. And of course, I love it when you shop with me. So you can hit the shop now tab and it's going to take you right over there. It's going to take us right over there, I think, unless it says it has too many things working. Yep, it's working. Okay. So here we are. And I'm still logged in, but that's okay. So we're going to look at menu and we're going to look at, this is what it will look like for you. Then we're going to look at shop products. Okay. And then we're going to look at online exclusives. So it has its own section, but you will also find it in the other sections. All right. And unless you sort it a different way, you can sort by what's newest or various things. Okay. So here we have the two new kits for March. We talked about those last week. And then here's something you need to know. about online exclusives is that they don't have a set retirement date. So, and I don't think they're being tricky. It's just how the inventory flows and whether things are reorderable or not is how the online exclusives will be in or out of stock. So, this particular stamp set, Sweetly Scripted, beautiful little stamp set. It says it's currently unavailable. If you come to an online exclusive and it says currently unavailable, that means the company has an intention to bring it back. And you can contact your demonstrator, like me, and you can find out when it's supposed to be coming back. Okay. We have an estimated shipping date for most things, but we have all sorts of things in here. And so this is the next one that I think is going to light my fire. So don't rush out there and buy all of it. Save me one, okay? But I am very intrigued with this little encircled in nature. The wreath is branches, right? And so it's just a little different. And I think it's florals, but again, they look a little different. Then you have these beautiful trees, and that would even make, like, I think, it's a great thank you card, but I think it would make a beautiful Christmas card, very nature inspired. And it actually has latte paper back behind it. So it will mix and match with things. So maybe you'll see me sharing that with you at a video. What do I want to say? On a live near you. Maybe you'll see that. But I hope you all have really enjoyed the cards we made tonight because I enjoyed making them with you. I had a rocky start, didn't know where anything was. That's because I got way too organized. Dumb. I will not be organized next week, I promise. Yes, you're so welcome, everybody. Yes. Yay. Yes, save money with your discount. Please don't forget, there's a starter kit for everyone. And it doesn't mean you're signing your life away or anything. And the best thing you can do, in my mind, is if you have any questions and you would like to talk to me about the starter kit or anything else, just call me. My name's on my website. When you go over there and look at my team page, you can go over there and see pictures of my roommates, Tango and Cash. You can see pictures of events that I've had and learn a little bit about me and why I love Stampin' Up! And why I have loved it for over 30 years. Okay, everyone, I've had so much fun making these cards with you. And please don't forget, sign up for my email list if you haven't already, because you'll be getting a free printable on how to make this card with all the measurements. All right. I love you all. Thank you so much for all of your kind words and the beautiful things that you send to me. And just sometimes I need a nice comment, and then you guys always come through for me. So I appreciate you all so much. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Okay. And come back and stamp with me next time.